I feel confident that the education you've received at this university will allow you to adapt and prosper. I feel confident that our outstanding faculty have broadened your outlook, increased your intellectual curiosity, and encouraged you to explore new ways of learning and growing. I urge you to take this gift of learning and share it with others. Please recall Thomas Jefferson's words that one of education's goals is to turn out those who understand their duties to both neighbors and country. Congratulations to each of you.
Thank you, Chairman Connors. It is now my privilege to introduce the 11th President of Fitchburg State University, Dr. Richard S. Lapidus.
Thank you and welcome. Tonight marks my first commencement as president of this remarkable institution, and it's a privilege to be part of this evening's celebration of student success. We are honored tonight to be joined by 23 representatives from the alumni who participated in the processional. They represent 6 decades of alumni between them, including Mr. Vincent DeSessa from the class of 1949. In addition to those that participated in the processional, I know there are many other alumni in the audience. Some are members of the Platform Party, including Mr. Eric Commodore, the president of the Alumni Association. Others are among the faculty who are in the audience as spectators. This time I would like to invite all of our alumni to please stand and be recognized. Welcome home. I'm also pleased that Representative and Mayor-elect Stephen D. Natale and Representative Jonathan Zlotlik are able to be with us this evening. Thank you for joining us. If you would please stand and be recognized. Also present tonight are members of the university's Board of Trustees. I ask that each of them stand as I read their names. Chairman Marty Connors, Vice Chair Anna Clemente, Mr. Mike Mahan, and Mr. Don Irvin. Thank you very much for your participation. I would also like to introduce other distinguished members of the Platform Party. I ask each of them to stand as I read their names. Dr. Paul Weiser, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Mr. Jay Bry, Vice President of Administration and Finance. Mr. Christopher Henry, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. And Dr. Sean Goodlett, Dean of the Library and Academic Support Centers. Thank you all as well. Other members of the Platform Party will be introduced later in the program. Last but certainly not least, I would like to introduce my wife, Lisa. Lisa, if you would stand and be recognized. And now to our graduates. What a great day. This will become one of the most memorable moments of your life, the culmination of many years of hard work. It is the end of one journey, but the beginning of another. While this might be the end of your university life, your education will remain forever, and I know that it will serve you well. As you reflect back on your experience as a student, I'm sure that you did not arrive here today on your own. There were many people who shared your ups and downs along the way. It might have been a special professor who led you through a rough patch or helped you nurture a good idea, or the sacrifices that your parents, family, or spouse made so that you could walk across the stage this evening. So graduates, I ask you to please stand and join me in thanking them for all of their support and give them a well-deserved round of applause. As I was thinking more specifically about what I wanted to say to you this evening, I found myself reflecting upon interactions and experiences that I've had with you as students, and I once again reaffirmed how fortunate and proud I am to have the opportunity to serve the Fitchburg State University community. We have so many incredible students at this university who every day enrich the campus life of our institution. As president, students often stop and thank me for supporting something they're working on or to share a story about how a faculty or staff member helped them in some way. They tell me that they appreciate me sharing my time with them because it makes them feel important and provides confirmation that they can somehow make a difference. However, I find that students so often tend to view the benefits of our interaction as one-directional. But I'm here to tell you that they have it wrong. Because these student interactions show me that I can make a difference and that every day I can learn some valuable lessons from them about academic issues and about life itself. I would like to share with you this evening 3 of many student stories that celebrate the unyielding spirit of purpose that is our Fitchburg State University student body. Gloria Addo moved to the United States from her native Ghana in 2008 in search of a better life. Her passion has always been caring for others, helping people recuperate from illness or providing comfort in their final days. She secured a job as a home health care aide, where she often found herself having to convince her clients to take their prescribed medicine. As she sought to make her case, she began to look up information on their condition, their prescriptions, and their effects. This work inspired a curiosity in Gloria and sparked the pursuit of a new career path, but the journey would not be easy. Gloria enrolled at Fitchburg State University in the fall of 2013. She had very little background in the sciences, but she had a tireless work ethic, boundless ambition, and the guidance of dedicated faculty in her corner. Gloria undertook a rigorous curriculum at FSU while working 12-hour days and raising 2 small children, her daughter Ina, now 5, and her son Gidel, 3. Her husband Jones was also at the same time pursuing his own college degree. Balancing family, work, and school was not easy. One night, Gloria was driving from a client's home when her car's transmission gave out on the Zakim Bridge in Boston. She called a friend in Lowell to give her a ride back home so that she could make class on time. As Gloria says, I don't believe in excuses. She finishes her bachelor's degree tonight in biology, but Gloria's schooling will continue. She's been accepted and will enroll next year at the Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences for a 4-year pharmacy program that she plans to complete in 3. The key to making all this work is self-motivation and perseverance, Gloria says, along with good time management. Gloria hopes that working as a pharmacist will allow her to further help members of her community, as she always has done. And her children will see her living the dream that she has worked so hard to achieve, even as they imagine their own bright futures. As for balancing the difficult hours and long nights of study ahead while raising 2 young children, Gloria says, I'm used to it. Gloria, if you would please stand. Thank you for letting me share a little bit of your story this evening. Your inspiring story is a reminder to us all that we must persevere if we are to reach our goals and continually strive to create the future we desire. Once again, congratulations. Russell Jones saw a world larger than himself when he graduated from Fitchburg High School in 2000. He enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps, following the example of many of his family members who had previously served. It was, he said, simply the right thing to do. He served in the Marine Corps for 4 years, among the first wave of Marines to cross the border in the Iraq War in 2003. After being honorably discharged, Russell returned to civilian life, working odd jobs to keep a roof over his head Russell decided that he could further his potential by pursuing a college degree. He enrolled at Mount Wachusett Community College and then transferred to Fitchburg State in 2013. Russell felt comfortable on our campus, but knew that the experiences of student veterans was different than those of his peers. They tended to be a little older with a different set of priorities. They saw the world around them in a way that their civilian counterparts often did not. Looking to foster the next generation of returning servicemen and women, Russell led the effort to create a student veterans organization on campus. Since its inception, the group has thrived, bringing diverse men and women together to pursue common goals and aspirations. Russell was also heavily involved in the formation of the university's Veterans Center that opened earlier this semester in Thompson Hall. The center has become a gathering place and a valuable resource for student veterans to meet and socialize and to learn with and from each other. The center is a great addition to our military-friendly campus, and Russell looks at it at its creation as one of the highlights of his college career. Tonight, he will receive his degree in business administration with a concentration in marketing. One of his long-term aspirations is to start his own business. His education will certainly provide the foundation upon which to build his entrepreneurial vision. Russell, if you would please stand. I know at this point in your life you're not looking for thank yous, but I'd like to do it anyway. Thank you for your service to this country and for your dedication to other veteran students on campus to whom we all owe so much. We are truly grateful to have you as an alumnus. Paul Thibodeau is an adventurer. He has ridden his motorcycle to every state on the continent. From his bike, he has gazed upon the Bering Sea to the shores of Newfoundland, from the Baja Peninsula to Key West. The miles he has put on his motorcycle reflect an eventful life, but one that was almost cut short by the struggle associated with addiction. Before recovery, Paul lost his family and all of his life savings. He was in a slow, seemingly irrevocable downward spiral in which he masked his pain with chemicals. Paul awoke from this state 20 years ago, and it was 5 years ago that as an out-of-work carpenter, he decided to join a friend who had also recently been laid off and was in search of job training at the community college. He had often thought about pursuing a college degree, but lacked the confidence to do so. Ironically enough, it was a near-failing grade in algebra that helped him turn the corner. Paul was determined not to give up and arrived an hour early to campus every day to spend time with a tutor to sharpen his math skills. Tutoring eventually was expanded to conference calls with his professor. In the end, he earned an A- in the course. It was through this experience that he learned that his dream could be obtainable, but he knew that much hard work and determination was going to be needed. He transferred to Fitchburg State in 2013 to pursue his degree. Being much older than most of his classmates, the transition at times was difficult. But Paul focused on achieving his goals and was committed to doing whatever was necessary to complete his degree. He knew he had found his calling when he discovered the human services major and quickly bonded with his younger peer over a shared drive to help other people. Paul sees spiritual and emotional maturity as an evolutionary process. Perfection is a high bar, but one we should all work toward. The joy, he says, is in the journey. At the university, Paul showed up to class prepared and able to adjust his direction when he found himself straying off course. He had the self-awareness to reach out to his professors if he needed guidance, knowing that great teachers dedicate their lives to sharing their knowledge. Paul also took advantage of the Expanding Horizons program, which helps first-generation students better navigate the often challenging college experience. Whenever he felt out of place, he said he would go to Expanding Horizons and be greeted with a smile by people who knew his name and treated him with respect. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that he graduates with the academic honor of summa cum laude, and that he will be pursuing a career in mental health counseling so that he can help others find their way with dignity. The next step of his journey begins in a month, right here back on campus, in a master's degree program. Paul said he's not taking a break in his studies because, in his words, the metal is molten and that he is going to continue to hit it with a hammer. Paul, if you would please rise. Your perseverance and passion is to be commended. I know that your talent and dedication will make a difference in the lives of many others. Congratulations. I chose these student stories because I think they exhibit some of the finest human traits that one can possess. I hope that you will remember and think about the traits of determination, resilience, courage, and compassion, as I know that you will need them at various points in your life. Each of you has a dream. Hold on to that dream no matter what critics might say. Don't confuse what is with what can be, as we live in a world with limitless possibilities that often reveals that today's dreamers are the realists of tomorrow. John Lennon once wrote that life is what happens when you're making plans. Sometimes life is not easy, and the unexpected will turn your world upside down. There will be points in your life when you encounter disappointment, failure, and loss. There will be times when you're confronted with difficult choices, and the path less traveled is the direction that's calling you. Be resilient and demonstrate courage, because these are the moments that might very well define your character.